The old ancient spice trade. And ginger. Ellie. Ellie. Well, it's kind of like you could say E little Lucifer, I.e. I was a child at the time, but I thought, you know, because I had some huge ginger things. I think I was having my people do tests on it to make it last longer or something. There was something about the ginger that I was trying to do or I wanted to see about doing or something, or I thought it was a food. I had some sort of little like side project going on with the ginger, and so I was having it cultivated and sold. I was just like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and do these farms, and we were cultivating it and trying to get it to grow. And I think there's something about ginger. It's either hard to grow or it's easy to grow, or there's something about it. But but anyway, though, but I was getting a lot of it, and I think I needed it for something, but I don't remember what that was. Anyway, though, point was though, I was growing some for myself, and then I was like, well, I might as well just go ahead and offer it for sale. Maybe someone will buy it. Anyway, so I had like two factories. I had this little test project where we were cultivating it and stuff, and trying to get it to last longer, like the ash process or something. Um, there was something I was doing with it. I just don't remember what it was now. But anyway, though, so it was being sold, and and technically I was making a lot of money or something, and I was just like, okay, well that's cool. um, but I had a couple farms, and realistically, I was just getting it for other things. It's like I wanted to do this other thing, so in order to do that, I had to do this, and so I was doing this thing, and I was looking for a food preservative. I think maybe I thought it was maybe a food preservative, or there's something about it. Anyway, I was having it studied. So, I mean, my what I was doing and what was going on in the world, and plus because you have records of it, there might have been a lot of other things going on in the world. It's just that maybe people just don't have records of it, or maybe nobody even cares about what else was going on. But with my stuff, I was having all this stuff going on all over the place. Because back then, if you wanted to do something, like if you wanted to have factory workers, you had to feed your factory workers and you had to shoe your factory workers and provide them with clothes. Because it's not like today where if you can just be like, I want to go out and make e-cigarettes and just go hire someone or look in a book. Back then, it was, if you wanted to do something, you had to literally learn how to do it yourself or pay someone to do it learn to do it for you. So anyway, though, but with the spice trade, I had this one little thing going on, and ginger sales were skyrocketing, and people were loving it, and my ships were taking it all over. And every time I would build I'd build like 3 ships, and then I'd have one ship for myself. So I'd have one ship going around and doing my own little like ginger trade or my own stuff or my own exploration stuff, and then I'd just rent out or sell the other ships. So anyway, though, but so I was doing that kind of thing, and it was popular, and the locals were getting. I think they were trading for metal or something by then, because I had my metal mines and I was producing metal, and the locals wanted the metal for machetes and for gardening or I mean chopping through forests and doing labor stuff and also feeding themselves. So it was this whole trade thing, and maybe some of them were even eating the ginger in like some sort of soup or something. I don't know. I don't remember the details. I used to remember them back in the day when I was in command of the when I was the emperor of China, basically. I was the emperor of the whole world, basically. It's just that I didn't really like to be called like. I was just an inventor. Like I say, I was just doing my little thing, and trying to explore the world and stuff, and get spices and all that, and so my travels or when I was having my people do stuff, I could pay them to go do stuff, and they were going to go do stuff, and it was just kind of like gaining an energy and stuff, and then plus I kind of had like all these ideas like like using like 5 different little mines to make one big mine or one big foundry. I kept, taking all these little stuff and putting them into one bigger thing, and then, building another bigger thing, and then I'd have 2 bigger things, so I'd put that into a much bigger thing. And I just kind of kept on doing this little, like, like going up bigger, facilities to where, and then I would sell products off of like, like have one for other products, and then have one for like my little random projects like bridges and stuff and silly stuff. I always like to break it up with a little bit of silliness, like go explore the world, and that kind of stuff, along with the we must pay our bills, and we have to survive, so we have to trade, kind of stuff. So I always had like the stuff that took care of people and that it did everything, and then I had my little side projects, which were just me, just like playing around, doing stuff, silly, fun stuff that I thought my people would like to do, and I wanted to do. So anyway, but yeah, the ginger trade, I was huge, and technically, I got massively wealthy. Although, it was me, yes, and it was me in a couple of different groups, but it was also me and the Chinese too. Like I say, when it comes to loyalty and respectfulness and honor and just selflessness, that's Chinese. That's Orientals. Like I say, if I had ever had to be stuck in the middle of nowhere with any group, it might very well be the Chinese, because they, absolutely honest. You know, um, they did it to a whole new level. Anyway, though, but a lot of groups were honest. A lot of groups were good, and a lot of groups really pulled their weight easily. And the ginger trade was one of those things that I did, and technically made me rich, but mostly feeding people, expanding human knowledge, and that's really what it was about mostly. At the time, yeah, I guess I made a lot of money, and my people had great fortune and great wealth and it was a great time. But anyway, though, that's not all there is to life, and we had more to do, or I did. So